everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I'm excited for today's card because it goes with my most popular class. But before I get going, this tutorial will post soon after this one does. I'm filming this August Card Club and the Try It class all today. But I don't want you to miss this video. This is all the stuff that I did if you watch the shimmer on how to shimmer your paper. Oh, look, the scrap paper's in there too. So this is all dried, and this is how I keep my shimmer paper once I've made it. So you will definitely want to go watch the video on how you make your own shimmer paper. Here's this one. This one is shimmered Night of Navy as opposed to regular Night of Navy. So if you loved the shimmer paper that we used to have, this is a great technique to do all the colors. In fact, I'll show you a piece of vanilla when I show you the suite that I'm getting ready to show you, because I did half of that paper as well. But this is the card that will show you kind of then how to use it. And this will post within a couple of days after this one does. So for today, I am going to show you the first project for my holiday catalog Try It class. So I have been doing Try It classes for several years now. Thousands of cards literally have gone out. It's my favorite class. It's your favorite class too, so it normally fills. And if you're unfamiliar with my Try It class, it's when the new catalog comes out. Some people do like paper shares or, you know, new in color things where you get stuff. Mine, you get all the stuff. So we'll make 10 projects together. We will use 10 new papers. We'll use all the new embellishments. I think there's 7. The catalog's still just online. It's a little bit difficult for me to count. But I think there's 7 new embellishments and 7 new ribbons. So we will use all of those. So the 10 new papers and all of the embellishments, as long as nothing is unavailable when it's time for me to order. And then you'll get a selection of new punches, of new die cuts, of new folders, pre-done and ready for you. So this class has no stamping. It's all fun folds, fancy folds, template cards. Each card has a video, how to, because I do videos, but this is the only class, well, I don't, on occasion, I'll do another one. I don't do very many PDFs. Oops, look, my iPad storage is full. Not now. But for this one, hopefully, I'm going to aim this a different way just for a second. I need my light back on when I stamp and not so much so you can see it. So this is the PDF. It comes in a book form. It has links. It has all the measurements, rewritten instructions. And then it does, this was for the last annual catalog Try It class. So you can see there's a fun fold. It has the instructions, what we use. And we just kind of walk through the catalog from start to finish. And you get to see all of the different projects that we did for the annual catalog, and there were 10 for that as well. So you get that as part of your class. There's 2 ways you can participate. You can get all of the stuff, and if you don't get all the stuff, then you have to buy all the papers, all the ribbons, and all the embellishments. But you can, especially those that live in another country, because I can only send it to people who live in the US. And then as well, when I walk you through each one, as well as the card and the fun fold and the template, you get to see all the papers, like I show you everything and kind of how it works together. So today I'm making the first card, and this will be one of the actual projects with winterly treetops. So I'll show you the paper. And then always on my preview video, this will get remade again, so you don't have to watch this when you do your project. So it's a fun paper pack. I'm really into birds, I think, right now, because my August Card Club is also the Country Birdhouse. This is, so I was like, you know, you look through your papers and I was like, oh, this is my favorite. But then when I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is my favorite. But then this one was truly my favorite because this is just an adorable piece of paper. But I don't know why Stampin' Up! Does this to us, because this is my favorite. And then on the flip side of it is my second favorite. I love this one. It's maybe hard to see. It's also got little birds in it. So on this card, I was tempted to use the flip side. And in class, that's the great thing. You can pick whatever you want. But the supplies you need for this class are very minimal. You need a paper trimmer, you need adhesives, a ruler, a pencil. And because we don't do any stamping, it goes together pretty quickly. So that's the paper. And then here is the stamp set, which we won't use in class. I will use it soon just so you can see it. It's adorable. And it's hard for me because I love to color and I really wanted to put that on here, but I can't. And then here are the dies, and you get one of each of these pre-cut for this card. But this one has tape. They always have the tape. Sometimes I take them out before I do this, and I didn't. So this one has this really pretty frame. You're not getting that because we have to cut so many dies for this class. And my husband, I would like for him to stay married to me. And he is my, my die cutter. So that is part of the suite. And then here is the folder. That's part of the suite. It's a 3D folder and it's bark. And here is where, oh, flip this back over now. You can see I've shimmered half of it, and if you watch the video on how to shimmer the cardstock, you'll see that I did it because I like it on the vanilla the best. It reminds me of our original shimmer cardstock. So the folder's part of the suite. And then I love this because these are my colors. So this is Natural Tones Linen Thread, and that's all on this card. And then you will have 3 of these embellishments that are Earth Tone Shimmer Gems. These are my colors. I live in these colors, so these are fabulous. So registration will open when this video goes up to those of you in Card Club. They get $15 off. You do have to be an active member, which means you have to be active now to get the link to sign up because I'm only sending it to those of people in Card Club. And then you also have to be active in September when it mails because they will mail together. So if you pause your Card Club or you're not in it, then you won't get to try it and I'll just refund it. So it will be open for a few days for them to sign up at $15 off. And then early bird is $8 off and it will be open for a while. And then registration will close if it fills or on September 4th because I think I can order on the 6th. I think those are the dates. It's 2 days before we can order from the catalog and I think it's the 4th. So, but sometimes it does fill. And this time we are leaving on vacation and we're going to be gone the whole end of September. So this and my Card Club both have to get out before we leave. So that's why I'm going to set a number a little less than what we normally do because it'll be a little bit easier for us to do a little bit less when they also have to go out with Card Club. So I don't know why I do that to myself. Well, I do because it was the best time for my husband to take off work and I want to go on vacation. So your Card Club comes to you like this. Oh, and if you're my team member, all team members always get all my classes free, the videos on our team Facebook page. This one, they can get the supplies. And now I have a helper. I think she thinks I took her seat because she was sitting in mine. Come here, baby. Maybe it's the birds. Birds are her favorite too. So this is how it would come to you. Just like this, except you would have your embellishments and your ribbon. They're both in little packets. Okay, I will fast forward this so I can take a second and pay attention to her before I put her down. Okay, she's not happy, but she's down. So here is how this project would come. And then you will grab your paper trimmer. So this is a little card that I designed so it would stand up to whoever you send it to. Now, if you want to stamp a sentiment or you want to sign it, you need to do it before the card is put together. So this is Smoky Slate. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm not going to give you all the measurements because you'll get them in class. So then this is the little piece for the front, and I'm going to score it. We do lots of scoring in this class. It really helps to have Seal Plus because it's a stronger adhesive. So I'm going to put this in and I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. Always make sure you have your scoring blade, and I'm going to flip it the other way and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4. The measurements will be the right way. My friend helped me design this yesterday, so she scored it this way and I'll have those the other way. So then you are going to fold it up and back. You will also need a bone folder for this class. It's very helpful to have a bone folder. So you're going to take this and it's going to sit like this. So press these so they're nice and bent. Even though you use the scoring blade, it helps so much to use this. And then I'm going to fold it back and do it again, which is really, it will be the same way. So it goes like this. And then it's going to go on our card like this. And then you have one more piece of Smoky Slate. And this one is, I think it's like 2 3/4 by 4. So your card's going to go together like this. you may have seen people that have done them this way. Sometimes this is the template that Susan found, and I kind of used it as a jumping off point, but the card went this way. And so then I kind of changed it a little bit so we could have a different kind of fold. So we are going to start with the papers that you get. So here's your little dies. I try to get as many pieces of the paper onto a project as I can so you can see as many of them. So here is this one, and it's often my favorite ones. And then I'm left with a whole bunch of designer series paper pieces that were not my favorite. They're not that I don't like them. They're just not my favorite one. And then you are going to take this and place it here. We're going to put this one up here, but it's actually going to get mounted onto this. So let's do those first. That way you can see where you need to sign or stamp your sentiment if you want to do that. So let's put this little guy down here. It's smaller than the other. See how cute this would be? It would also be so cute, but I designed it so it looked like the trees were continuing on. And then when I saw that that was the other side of this one, it was just a momentary pause as I was sad. So that one's going to go there. Then this is going to go up here. Oh, sad again. Look at all those little birds I'm covering up. And what happens then is I don't have any of this paper left because whatever piece I use the most of, I don't have any left. Otherwise, I end up with so much paper. So see how this looks like the trees continue on? So right here on this little panel right here, before you mount it on, you want to stamp it with your sentiment and go ahead and sign it because it's a little bit difficult once it's on there. So we have that. Go ahead and stick this on here. This would be better to be glued or Seal Plus, but just because this is what I have laying here, I'm going to use it. Just anytime there's an opening mechanism in case people pull on it. So now when this opens, you can see it goes down to there. So it doesn't go past the card. Then we have this piece here. And you could use either side. I'm going to use this one. And this I have flipped from my original template. And then I'm going to see, because I get to do this one again, I'm going to see how I like it this way as opposed to the other one. Because in my mind, when I designed the card, I wanted all these to be trees. And then I realized I was going to have to buy so many packets of paper to get this that I opted to switch this. So on my other one, this piece is back there and this is up here. And we'll see which one we like better. And then when you get your video and try it, you'll get whichever one it is. So this is going to go on here. This I found was better to use just a little bit of adhesive until you made sure it was in the right place. So I'm just going to kind of tack that on there because we want this to slide in here in a second. Might need to go a little bit higher. That's why it's good to use Seal Plus. So you'll see a little bit of this, but that's okay because we're going to cover that up. Yeah, I kind of like it because you can see the trees back there, and then that's going to flop open. So see that it's easier to sign this while it is not attached. And then whoever you give it to can see your little greeting in my helper's back. She wants to go outside. She's only allowed to go outside if a human's out with her because the county we live in doesn't let you take cats outside. So she has a cat house, but so let's take this piece here. And I wanted it to be a fringe that would go around our design. So what you're going to do is take maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Oh, she's determined, isn't she? And I'm just going to pretend that I'm wrapping a Christmas present, and I'm going to do the shreddy ribbon. I'm doing it with designer series paper, so you have to be careful because the paper will tear. No, she's biting on my charging cord. Don't want my cat to be electrocuted while I'm trying to show you this. Edie. Oh, now she's sitting on my arm. She is determined. So you're going to take this and then grab your bone folder. She's really going to help with this. And you're going to kind of turn some of them in and some of them up so they go different ways. Hopefully you can see that. I'll make her get down when I put this down. There she goes. I don't have kids, but I have 3 cats and a husband. So kind of the same, right? Well, I have a daughter. She's grown. So now we have a little bit of fluffy, and that's going to help hold our thing down. So I'm going to put my adhesive right here along the back. And then you're going to lay it on your card. Don't press hard until you know it's where you need it to be. I'm going to kind of lay it here. It covers up. It goes about to the top of that. But you want it to be so this will catch in it. So I can move it up just a little bit. And you need to have that adhesive on there, so when you get it in the right spot, it holds. Or I suppose you could draw it with a pencil. But you know, I designed this when I was stamping with my girlfriends yesterday, so I was talking. So put this here. You want to make sure this one comes over first. It still needs to be a tad bit lower. I'll measure it, so you'll get the measurements in your class about how high to put this. There we go. Measuring is not my favorite thing. Sometimes the math can take the joy out of my stamping. So when I'm designing things, I often do it like this. Now you want your adhesive to go right up to the fringy bit. And then I took them and I bent them a little bit more towards, I'll do it upside down so you can see it. So some of them were coming out because we want it to look like the little bird is building her little winter nest. And then your recipient will be able to pop it like this. I'm trying to turn it so you can see it like this. So now let's finish decorating the top. You will have one piece of each of the ribbons. Measurements are in the PDF for those two. So you don't need a lot. Again, we are looking to make it look like she's building her nest. So we'll have a little piece. And again, love the colors, especially this one. I think it must be copper clay or probably copper clay. Does it say on here? It does not say. So you're going to take them and you are going to, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive right here so I can put it down in there once I'm done with it. So you're going to take this and you're going to untwist it because we want it to be a little bit more the dimension of our bird. And I debated because there's big birds on that paper. If you noticed, we're using a smaller bird from it. So just untwist it. And as you get them untwisted, then just lay them on here. Just pretend you're a bird building your little nest, gathering the strings. Don't do it by my front door though. That's where ours like to do it, right in the front door. So in the spring when we open it, we get a big surprise. And then I will do these other two colors and fast forward that bit. Here's my last piece of green. So those 3 tiny pieces give you plenty of this, and then I'll trim those down once I get my bird on here. So everybody will have a different bird. You may have a little piece of greenery as well, so just trim those out with scissors. It makes it so easy to do a class without stamping when we have such great focal images on some of our papers. All right, so these pieces are trimmed out. On this little piece, I had a bird and a little bit of greenery. And then you'll have one of each of these dies to go on your card. So I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna put them on the back of this piece. On my other one, they're on the back of the bird. Everybody's will be a little bit different depending on what you have. I'm gonna put this so it's on top. Trying to figure which way was right and wrong. Upside and back. And then I am just going to glue this one on with my tape. And then I'm going to grab a dimensional or 2. It looks so tiny, and then you get the dimensionals on. You're like, hey, it's not as tiny as I thought it was. Pop this on here. Mess with these when you're done. And then you'll have my favorite part of the whole class is the little embellishment packet. You get a packet with all the little embellishments ready to go. So these look like they are, maybe I'm gonna say that's copper clay. I don't know what color this is. It's whatever this is, and I'm not sure what color that is. there's 4 colors. You will have 3 in a couple of different sizes in your packet. Just add these up here. And voila. So here's your card. And then when your people get it, they'll see your little greeting in here. You could also write on the back of that. So they could hang it like that. It's really designed to kind of sit on their desk. These are always hard to show you guys on film. So here it is this way. Just like this, super easy. And then here's my other one. So see what I mean? This has, pop this back up where it goes. This one, it looked like the trees continued on, but then when I popped it up, because I didn't want to, you couldn't use 3 pieces of that paper, although you don't see it as much because this kind of blocks the back. You really just see it when the card is shut. This needs to be taped right there. There. If this was taped down, this would be staying. So here you go. I'm going to hold it like this. Aren't they cute? So see, this bird's a little bit different. So if you go to my website, I have a class page, or you can look at the blog post for this. It will have the registration link. If you are in Card Club, it will be emailed to you, and you will know because I will have sent it an email about it. If you're in Card Club, you have to sign up during that time because everybody else will use the same link, and I will just raise the price. If you're interested in joining my Card Club, the Card Club information is on there, and there will be enough time for you to watch that video and then decide if you want to save the $15 off this class. But there you go. I love this class. It's fun. You get to see all the stuff. The amount of money that you would have to spend to get all of the stuff, let me do that for you. And then, as the name implies, you try it, you see what you like the best, and then you can order what is your favorite. So I'm excited about it, and I will catch you back here later. Bye.